such a beautiful morning. Well, this is interesting. This window can't be opened. Well, no I mean, if you open it, you're going straight into a brick wall. This has got to be one of the most brickiest views from a hotel I think I've ever had. And from the random brick wall to my office. Because when editing that video, I noticed that the lighting was just so bad. Because I tried to film what I'm about to talk to you about in Diane's hotel room that she was staying in that night. I stayed in London till a lot later than I planned, and I thought, hey, I'm staying over, I'm crashing over for the night. The lighting was awful, and I feel like I can do a better job here now with a slightly more defined mustache as well. But anyway, what I want to say was, today is a very, very, probably short but sweet vlog, but it's more of like an announcement, making you aware of something that's happened in the last couple of days, and that is I have a new podcast out. But it's not a podcast that I think you would have thought I would do. It's actually a scripted podcast. I spent a lot of time with a guy called Paul Nisi, writing up what would be the next step from the username graphic novels. Now, if you were following me and a fan of what I did back in the days, you'll know that I brought out the trilogy of graphic novels called the Username series. So Audible approached me and they said, how do you feel about doing something audio based off of the graphic novels that you did? To which I said, I love that idea if we can slightly age it up. I thought, look, everyone that read the books back then, they're a lot older now. We need to age it up. The story itself is a standalone story, so you don't necessarily have to have read the books previously. It's a completely separate story. There are bits that refer back to certain things in the book, but it's all about a young girl called Serena Hall, whose brother, Silas, has gone missing. The police have sort of done everything that they can, but she is convinced that something more sinister has happened. So she starts essentially what is kind of like a true crime podcast, trying to find out exactly what happened to her brother. So the podcast starts off like that, takes some dramatic turns here and there throughout the episodes. And that's all I'm going to kind of really tell you, I guess, because I want you to go and listen to it for yourself. But it was a super cool project. I really, really enjoyed it. I loved sort of revisiting the world of, Eastgate, that town that completely changed in the books, especially at the end of the third book. What happens after that? It's set after all those events. So we do get some referrals back to the original books and maybe even revisit a few characters from there as well. But the cast also were incredible. We managed to get some amazing actors to get involved as well. We had India Amatifio, we had Kit Young, we had Ruth Wilson, amongst loads of others as well. I also voiced a character in there as well. But I'll leave a link below to where you can go and find it. Please go and download it, give it a listen, and let me know what you think. Is there anything else I can say about it? I feel like I need to talk more about it, but I don't want to bore you, and I don't want to kind of like overdo it, But yeah, it's good, and I think you'll enjoy it. What else can I tell you? Also, obviously this November is still going. We are in day 9, day 10. What day is it today? I don't know. But it's growing strong. I'm maintaining it this year as well. So I'm not going to let it grow to how gross it looked a few years ago. I am going to sort of shape it and maintain it like a greenkeeper, but for my upper lip. But in saying that, on my donation page, which I'll also leave in the link below, thank you very much as well to everybody that's donated so far. You're absolute legends, and it's going to hopefully help a lot of people and change their lives for good. In saying that, on my donations page, of course, I'm growing the Mo, but also I ticked the box on there that says to run 60K within the month of November. And so far, I have run a maximum of 0Ks. So, at some point, I need to start that today and start logging my runs, because 60K is quite a lot. Please, I was going to say pray for me, but don't. Please donate instead. Okay, and now back to the hotel. What's the plan now?
Well, I'm just trying to find a show to fall asleep to, really, because I'm quite tired.
Hey, why don't we listen to my new podcast?
Oh, yeah, we could do. Username Evie.
Wrong one.
Well, username...
Oh my God, I didn't even actually say what it's called.
What's it called?
Now back to me. It's called Username Resurgence. I can't believe I actually didn't even mention this again. It's twice now that I've not mentioned the title. You can tell that I haven't had to promote anything of my own for a long, long time. I'm a little bit rusty, so they say. You know what? I think it's time we called a spade a spade. Is that the saying? Is that the saying? I think it's time we called it a day on these sea monkeys. There's just no way. It's been 2 weeks now. Is that? Every time I go to throw these things away, I think I see one move, but it's not. It's just sediment or dead sea monkey corpses. I don't know. R.I.P. They're dead anyway, weren't they? I'm gonna feel guilty now for the rest of the day in case I just accidentally murdered a sea monkey. But they live in water, so it should be fine in the toilet, no? Who knows? Who cares? Oh God, I'm sorting my clothes out and this is coming on the radio. Am I living in a cardboard box? Am I living in a box? Those of you that watched the vlogs when we moved house out of London will know this song and appreciate this song. Shout out to Will Derbyshire's dad. Am I living in a box? Oh my God. The amount of shoes that have somehow sneaked their way into this cupboard is a joke. And in saying that, most of them are mine as well. Well, these can go downstairs. I think these came from the spa we went to at the weekend. The best shoes in here still by far, of course, these little Rugrat customized Air Force Ones that I did for Diane. In saying that, at some point in the future, I am going to do another set of these because these are starting to fade a little bit. So leave some comments down below of themes that would look great on a blank Air Force One. But the shoes I'm looking for are the Hokas. To which we still never decided, are they Hoka or Hoka? Whatever they are, it's time to go for a run. Now I was gonna run outside, but it's, what's the time currently, like 4, just gone 4. It'll be dark in like 20, 30 minutes. So I'm in the gym. In a way, it's so cold, bleak and horrible outside that I'd actually prefer to be in the gym. So I'm gonna do a run, get some Ks in for this down in the description. Doing a lot of deadlifts on the bar with the barbells. Since I had that neck issue a few weeks ago, I've been doing very, very light weights, 10 and a 5 on each side, and that's where I've got to so far. So yeah, starting off light, but eventually I get onto those big red bad boys.
Hoka. Oh, are those Hokas on your feet? Yes, they are. Oh, they look very fast.
Programs. I just want to run. That's all I want to do. As much as I like to avoid all these classes, you can't deny that this thing's bloody decent. And I'm sure they've got a setting or something somewhere where you can now watch Netflix on it as well whilst you run. I'm sure I saw it somewhere. What the hell is that? Oh, Halloween walk, right, that makes sense, yes. Okay, fair dues. Here we go, look, entertainment beta. Okay, so the NBA's coming soon, which I don't really need or care about, but Disney Plus, but we have got we did have Disney Plus on here. What? Why are you just taking me straight to Disney? I don't know. This is a game changer. I remember the first lockdown where we had this little tiny, like, £50 treadmill that Diane bought in the lounge. And it was when I had that projector, so I could project stuff onto the wall. And Disney Plus got launched pretty much, I feel like, around when COVID started. I don't know if you remember, but I worked with Disney Plus right when COVID lockdown started. And they turned me into an actual Simpson. If I can find it, I'll put it on screen now. Which was wicked, slightly overshadowed by the fact that we went into a national lockdown. I remember watching an awful lot of The Simpsons whilst going for runs, and it actually did help. So maybe I'll do that again. think I'm done. My feet! Ah! Right, there we go. A little 5 miler to add to the 60k. I really hope it's 60k and not 60 miles. And that is the end of today's vlog. Woo! I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and breathe. Woo! And I'll see you again very, very soon with another one. Take care. Goodbye. I would like to get out now.